Write the theme tune, play the theme.
No,
Play
we
the
don't.
I just farted. Come on again.
Right, start
Right.
again.
Play the theme tune. The singer's at the end. So.
Right.
Play the theme tune. Write the theme tune. Sing the theme tune. There we are. That's the intro.
So,
Right. Oh, let's just twizzle that a little bit. And
oh no, darling,
no,
it's too high.
hold on now. Quietly now.
That's it?
Yeah, is it a bit wonky? No, that'll
Well,
do.
no, because you'll sit it crooked.
Right, now.
So we're doing a podcast. We're putting it out there. We're not really talking about anything. We're just
I
talking
was going
about.
to say we're not really professional.
Well,
Oh,
we're not professional. We're just two middle-aged women sharing
Having a laugh.
conversations and seeing if any of you lot find it interesting. We're going to be touching on general. That's bigger, darling. We're going to be touching on general things, and I need a fork for that. And sticky.
Honestly, which one is Lady Muck out of me?
Yeah,
and
we're
you?
going to be touching on most topics, from anything from work, mental health, sex, boyfriends, drugs, sex and rock and roll, which none of us are really getting. But we're going to talk about it anyway. And what we'll do, what we're planning on doing, Lisa Ann has a tiny theatre space, so we're down in the cellar right now. We're trying to do a weekly podcast, or a play or whatever it is, but we're not acting, we're just being ourselves. We're talking about general stuff, and if you like it, you'll watch it, and if you don't like it, you won't watch it. Oh, well done, Diane. Did you get that from Vaughan's, from the sandwich shop?
Yes.
That fork, where I work, because that's where we sell them. Anyway, yeah, this week, darling, do you want cake? Put yourself a
I do.
drink.
I'm going to have myself. I want a little gin and tonic. Where is the gin and tonic? There was a bag.
Might be children watching, darling.
I don't think so, sweetie. I think this is definitely adult content.
Oh, right, okay.
Where's the bag of gin now, sweetie?
It'll be over there. I did bring it down.
There it is.
There it is. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about anything really. It will change from minute to minute because I've got ADHD and both of us are going through the menopause. Well, you're at the other end.
I'm
now,
right
aren't
the
you?
other side. Are you not at the other end?
Well, I've been in it for a while now, but it does take my memory sometimes, so I might not remember what I spoke about and go on about something completely different.
But we're not also going to apologise for who we are.
No,
Because we're just explaining, aren't we? So we're two middle-aged women with not OCD. What is it? ADHD. Oh, she's not had a little gin and tonic for a while
in
now.
it though.
Yeah, you see, I don't see them as labels.
They're bloody labels because
No, I see it as a badge of honour. I've earned my ADHD.
yeah, but the ADHD I think is from trauma. Isn't
It is from trauma, but it's helped us. It helps us get through. It depends how you see it. But it helps us get through. Look how aware we are of situations, how creative we are as people.
Yeah, but I'm creative, but because of my form of it, I can't get any of it done. I got all these ideas floating around.
That's why you need a Lala.
Yeah, you've got the ideas and you get the motivation to do it. I have the ideas and the ADHD. I'll go so far of it, and then it will say, "That's it now. I'm fed up of it now.
That's it.
I can't see it through. I'm too bored, and I haven't even started it. So what's that all about?" I can't eat my tooth.
Oh dear. Okay, so what's your favourite? I need the headphones
What for?
because it looks good.
Well, it's too late now. We're filming it.
What's your favourite project that you embarked on that you never finished?
I enjoyed writing poetry,
Mhm.
and I wrote some really good poems. and then I lost them on the computer somewhere, and then I got the ADHD, got that upset about it all, and I didn't understand how to use. I didn't understand how to use the computer to find the bloody thing, so I gave that up a bit quick. But I was good at that.
Did you ever find it? I think you're good at writing stuff when you write to Tiny Clanger. You sing things and say things to Tiny Clanger, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do. Tiny Clanger is my grandson, by the way. He's 8 months old, and he's the most wonderful little thing has come into my life, because I didn't really like children before, did I, darling?
No, you didn't. No,
I couldn't tolerate them, could I?
No.
But Tiny Clanger's come along, and all of a sudden, that's my daughter's little boy. I love him, don't I? But he's not a baby really. He's like a little old soul. But anyway, he's brought a lot of light into my life. But yeah, I can talk and do things with him. But if you ask me to write something down, especially if I'm at home by myself, the mind, I'll just be there with the pen, and the mind will say, "What are you doing?" And I'll say, "Well, I want to write something."
Right.
Well, what for? You can't do that. And then it's gone. Then I can't do it.
And so, Mel.
Yeah, they do look good, don't they? But
Yeah.
Did it work, darling?
Yeah, I can hear me.
Okay.
So, Mel, what's the sort of thing you'd write to Tiny Clanger?
Well, I'd write a book if I could. I'd make a book up of him. I'd get B probably to do the illustrations of Tiny Clanger, of what he looks like, and I'd talk for him, like as he was trying to teleport him from the moon.
Now, what's the idea you've just come up with Minnie Moomins? Minnie Moomins, your daughter.
Wisdom with Tiny Clanger.
Wisdom with Tiny Clanger. Tell us about Wisdom.
So Wisdom with Tiny Clanger would be a channel again with Tiny Clanger.
Aye.
Sitting with me and being filmed. Of course, he can't talk, but I'll talk for him. So people write in and ask Tiny Clanger a question, and Tiny Clanger will communicate back to the moon, because he's a higher consciousness and he's full of wisdom, and he will teleport it back to me, and he will talk through me. I will answer the question.
What would Tiny Clanger say about our chocolate cake?
Let me have a think.
Have a little think now. Get yourself in the zone.
I see. It's chocolate cake, yes, and it's a thing that they do on planet Earth. The humans like chocolate cake. Of course, on the moon, we eat some things that are much more healthier. In my eco garden, it's we feed on light. We don't care for gluten and stodgy things, but I understand that you humans must have something. Everyone's addicted to something. Is that not right?
Do you, so in this crazy little Moomin land that you live in, what do they think about chocolate buttons? We're off to Button Moon. We'll follow Mr. Spoon to Button Moon.
Well, they absolutely love chocolate buttons. And now, chocolate buttons, yes. Well, that is a thing that Nanny loves. And I've seen her sometimes going to the fridge at night and coming out with a bag that's been put in the fridge. Because they're so lovely, darling.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Can't do that.
I'm so sorry.
And anyway, and so chocolate buttons is what Tiny Clanger will agree on. Anyway, this is just an example, but Tiny Clanger will channel through me the wisdom from the moon, and I can answer any questions.
Right, put them on now and just try it. And I'm going to talk to you, and you go talk into the microphone. 250 quid's worth of shit now. You use it or lose it, sister. Right, tell us, Milena, where do you work?
Sounds funny with this. Well, it's a touchy subject, that is, at the moment, because
it's a funny subject.
It's not what I thought I was here to do, really.
Are you here to serve the pork to the people?
Well, at the moment it looks like I am.
Yeah.
I all my life I knew I was born with a special name, Milena Jane. I thought that's not a normal name.
No. It's a name of a starlet.
It's a name of someone who's going to make it
Make
in life.
it, yeah.
And now I'm 53,
Right.
and I find myself
Whoa.
working.
We don't bring age into this moment.
I find myself working in the pork shop, in the sandwich shop, serving the pork.
Where is this sandwich shop situated?
Well, it's in Ludlow, and it's Vaughan's famous sandwich shop. And I thought it was only going to be a temporary hospitality. I've been in it my whole life, hospitality. I can't get away from it, no matter what I do. And that's the ADHD. We're bringing it in again. The ADHD has come up with all these ideas. Why don't you do fashion design? Why don't you do acting? Why don't you do this and that?
Let's talk about when Monty Moomins was a fashion designer. Off she went, off to London to earn a fortune.
I went to London.
Yeah. How long did you go to London for?
2 weeks, darling.
Yes, sweetie.
I couldn't stick it.
No.
I didn't have no money there, and I had to lie next to Gigi, and she snored all night, and I thought, I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit in that shop and learn about it because I already knew it. But because of the ADHD, it couldn't make it, I couldn't make it physical like Gigi did.
Yeah.
But if I had a good man behind me with plenty of dosh, I would be able to do anything. I just can't do it left to my own devices. So now I'm in the pork shop now.
When you say a good man, would you ever consider going over to the other side, dipping into the lady pond of love?
No, I did it years ago. I tried it when I was on the ecstasy.
Yeah.
It was nice at the time, but I wouldn't do it again now. There's nothing really in for it. You miss the sensation of something else, don't you?
Yeah.
But I haven't had it in years, and I'm not that interested in it now again.
Miss the sensation of a good old pork sausage.
But so going back to the pork shop, I'm working in the pork shop.
Yeah.
And you'd think it'd be easy working in there, but it's not. It's very fast paced. It's flat out. I like all the people I work with, but that pork is someone else. It's all about the pork.
All about the pork.
Tell
us about the pork.
The pork comes in 4 big joints, and it's all about the crackling. As soon as the joints come in, the women, they drop everything and they're over to the pork. They got to go and collect the pork off the butcher, and they're carrying it, like a baby. They're putting
swaddling it
onto the hot plate. It goes.
Yeah.
And then
is it like a ceremony?
It's a ceremony. The pork comes into the shop. Everyone runs over to the pork. They drop everything. The pork's here.
Here it is, ladies.
Out of the way, Mel.
The
Come
pork's
on.
in. Come on, out of the way, Mel.
Move. Let us take the pork to the hot plate. Let it have its pathway. And it's on the hot plate. There it is, sizzling,
Right.
crackling.
Right.
And then they get excited because the crackling's good today.
Oh.
Look at that crackling. Look at that.
Would you look at
Now,
the crackling
look at
on
that
that
crackling
now?
on that. Out of the way, Mel.
Out you go now.
We've got to
Off you
cut
go.
it. We've got to trim it. We've got to cut it. Then it's Edward Scissorhands. Everything's going. The pork's up in the air. The string's flying here. I'm out of the way because, of course, I'm treated like a child there because I probably am one. But anyway, so I have to just... It's like training up to be an hairdresser, I'd say.
I was going to say, is it because you've not moved up the ranks yet?
You've got to know what you're doing before you can touch that pork.
Right. Are you even allowed to look at the pork?
Oh, I look at it.
Yeah.
And I can, when I'm working with Mark, touch the pork, cut the pork, and do what I want with the pork.
Then you write the theme tune, play the theme tune,
And
sing the theme tune.
I can.
Yeah.
So it's filling up the baguettes. It's filling up. They'll come in and they'll say, "I want a hog roast pork bap."
Yeah.
They'll be the tourists. The general public that live in Ludlow will say, "Give us a pork bap."
Give us a pork
It's
back.
different language.
Yeah.
Then you've got to ask them then,
Yeah.
do you want it on white bread or granary? That's the first question.
Right. Yeah. Number one.
Granary.
You want to
Do you want it on bread, baguette or bap?
Oh, sweet Jesus. It's way too much.
It's the ADHD.
No, it can't cope.
So it's usually a bap because it's the cheapest.
Oh, is it?
Then the next question, stuffing, applesauce. Oh no, they can't just be it simple.
No.
They can't just say, I love the customers that comes in and says, we'll have it fully loaded. Fully loaded is everything.
Right.
But now you'll have the ones coming in, and it's always on my watch.
Yeah.
They'll come in, I'll pick the man by himself because I think easy, he only wants one.
Easy target.
6 baps, please, 6.
And he's
Fucking
from the Black
6.
Country. All right, love.
Yeah.
Can I have 6 back, please?
I'll have 2 with butter, 1 without applesauce, 3
Ooh.
with stuffing. Oh, and that one just without no crackling.
Oh,
I haven't even asked you if you want it on a bap, a baguette, or a fucking sandwich yet. I don't know what you want. I can't go that far into the future yet until you've told me. What's it going on?
What's
What's it going on? Then my little brain can say, next question now, butter, applesauce. It's gotta be in. It's gotta be.
Now, is
in
it
a special way.
is it butter or is it marge?
Well, to tell you the truth, if they're having a pork bap, I don't put the butter on. They don't need it.
Oh, there's no butter on
No,
your bap.
it's greediness.
Ooh.
So all they need, really, at the end of the day, is applesauce,
Yeah.
stuffing,
Yeah.
and the pork.
Yeah.
And so then,
And who puts the pork on? Are
Me.
you allowed, so you're actually, at that point, you're allowed to touch
I've
the
been
pork?
there now, 8 months. I'm allowed to cut it and put it on myself.
In ceremony, is there like trumpets or anything that sort
No.
of as you're cutting it, or do you sing? What do you do? Do you,
Oh, well,
do you bless the food?
I-
I hear some people bless their food.
Yeah, well, I don't really
Well,
do that
you
because yeah, we don't do that.
No.
But yeah, I cut it and I put it in the baguettes. I put it in the baps, and then once I've done all that,
Right.
then they'll say, which one is it that ain't got the applesauce?
Oh yeah.
Which
Have you got?
one is it that hasn't got
Oh, I
the,
just put
the stuffing
anyone
on?
point-
That by this time
Yeah.
I want to leave the job.
Yes, you've had enough.
I want to fuck it off. And I want to go,
Could be children watching.
but I've got to sort it out because
Yeah.
I'm the adult in this shit.
No, what's no?
That's spirit,
As
that
it,
is.
spirit moves me. And
They
now
do
how
want
does
it.
that?
That's
That
right.
how has that? Is it?
No, you
No.
can't see my head.
Come.
Right, we're ready to go now.
Oh,
No, darling.
no.
Oh no.
Hold on, I'm doing it.
That's right.
No, that's shit.
It's crooked.
Oh,
darling.
it's crooked.
We'll
I
have to
know.
Start again.
No, that'll do.
We'll
There
have
we
to
are.
start it again.
Right, that's it now. Off she
So
goes.
it's it's a responsible job, but it every day I wake up
Yeah.
and I have that intuition
When I wake
saying
up
to me,
in the morning time,
Yeah.
sunlight on my eye.
it's telling me, you have not come down the birth canal to serve George Maloney. And I know it. I know I haven't come down the fucking birth canal. I've gone through all this traumatic life living with that psychopath just to end up in a bloody pork shop serving the pork. Now, I'm not putting the job down because I like it. I love my boss. He's so good and kind.
Oh, he is.
and
What's his
and,
name?
and I love everyone there. But I know there's more to me than serving the pork.
But don't you think, Moose, that Jesus comes to us in many different forms, and maybe he's come to you
Through
in
the
the form through the pork, in the shape of a pork bap,
Do you
and
think so?
you're spreading the word of the Lord
Well, through the pork, do you think?
through the pork, man. It's channeled through the pork.
Well, I know that Jesus will probably want me in the shop for a moment, yeah, but I've got to stay in that shop until something better comes. What can you do? What can you do? What can I do to, I know that there's another version of me and it's up there. And she's an entrepreneur, she's successful. You know, all these bloody videos that keep popping up, making you feel like you're not enough. And that triggers the fuck out of me. I see these fit girls, my age, they got the slim body, they're toned, they got a millionaire boyfriend, they're living in Miami. And, they started off in a council house with, well, I definitely never, but, and they, they're life coaches. They're bringing in 10,000 a month or more. And, they're doing this, they're doing that. And I'm just on £12.21 an hour serving the pork. I know it's not right. It does not fit in. It's just not fitting in. But I know that with my mental health at the moment, with the ADHD,
No, you don't like your ADHD. do you?
I wish it never come to me.
Oh, so okay. Here's a question: If you could be medicated to get rid of the ADHD, would you?
Definitely.
Oh, see, ask me the question.
I know, but
No.
you were right, because you've got the bloody good one. You've got the good one.
Well, I've
where
got...
where it gives you the bloody ideas, and you've also got the bloody energy and the brain function to be able to make those dreams come reality. Whereas my brain's wired in such a way, and I'll tell you where it comes from. It comes from poor old mummy, rest her soul. But I know what it is. When I was a child, I'd start doing something, I'd get halfway through, stop it! You're doing it wrong, put it down, you're gonna break it. Well, of course, the brain has rewired itself to think, right, she'll go halfway, stop her now.
No, yeah.
It's like everything in life. Look at the massage table, I had that next door. I even got as far as putting the sign up, and then it had to stop. I did one woman, I don't like it, it's got to stop.
By the way, that cost me £55
I know.
in signs plus
I
postage.
couldn't do
That
it.
was including
I did
postage.
one client, and then the brain kicked in, and it said, enough now, stop it now.
Yeah, and you attribute that to mummy, do you think?
Mummy didn't mean it, but it was, when you're a child, we all have learnt now, haven't we, from an early age, if you're going to do something, like some colouring or doing something, I'd change my bedroom all the way round. I'd come home from school, it'd be changed back again.
Oh, dear.
Oh, mummy couldn't stand for it.
No.
So now the brain is saying, it tells me, you don't want to do that no more, stop it now. So it stops it. But how do you break that? It's all well and good looking at all these bloody Tony Robbins and you know, wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. It's not going to rewire the brain, is it? No. So anyway, I let you do it. That's why you need a friend like you.
Yeah, well, I've got a bit of the autism, I think, going on there, which is a really good cocktail mix with the old ADHD.
Do you want these
Bit,
on,
yeah,
Danny?
it's my go again now.
Yeah.
We'll share them. I got those other pair that Michael got me. I don't know where the bloody box is. Oh, good God, no. So sorry.
We'll have to edit this out.
What was the question? I've got a bit of autism.
Yeah, you have.
So
no,
I've got,
you said something else. What's it called? Oh, you could be.
Asbestos.
Asbestos, no.
A little bit of the asbestos.
No, you haven't got that, darling. You've got
Yeah, so I think I've got a little bit of the autism, which brings in that sort of uniformness. Like if you look at my drawers upstairs in my bedroom where my clothes are kept.
I'm not allowed to go looking for the
No,
drawers.
you're not. Yes, I did. No, the little fairy's not allowed to go. Leave it. Don't touch it. Put it down. You'll break it.
It's mummy. It's mummy.
So I am mummy reincarnated, aren't I?
Melena, I need to have a word with you. Have you had your paws in that pot of cream, darling?
So I go away.
my
Let me
lip
tell
gloss.
the story. So I go away. I come back.
It's a different story now.
Yeah, totally
Sorry.
different story. But I went somewhere, did I? Maybe I went on
You
holiday.
went away down to that retreat that you was running, and I looked
did-
after the house.
Did it? Was a
Yeah,
retreat?
you was doing a retreat because I
Was it?
remember I couldn't message you because I was frightened, wasn't I? Because I thought you'd be in the middle of a ceremony with the salad bowls, and
Just the fact that you said you were frightened
well,
says
because
it
of the
all,
fucking
really.
fridge, wasn't it?
That was
Playing
the
up on
time.
me.
It was the freezer.
Oh.
Anyway, I went away. I came back, didn't I? And I said, Melena, need to have a little chat with you.
I didnn't like that.
No,
Straight away,
Straight away.
I felt
Panic
that
mode.
fear. What have I done? I've
Oh.
broke something. What's happened? Oh God, I went straight into child mode.
Yeah. The little fairy had been all into the makeup, into the pots, the jars, everything.
I got so excited. It was like
terribly. She thought she was in a little sweet
Oh,
shop.
she's got everything now. It was like one of those little shops in Covent Garden Market. You go into the bathroom and there's shelves of oh, it was glittering and it was bright and colourful.
It was calling me.
It called me and all the different colours of the rainbow in a lip gloss. And they were there staring at me, and I wanted to go out. I was going on a date when I with that bloody millionaire.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I needed to look good, and I thought, oh, and I thought, well, yeah, just a little bit of something.
Just
So
a
yeah,
tiny bit. She'll
I
never
did
know.
try a little bit of lip gloss, didn't I, darling?
Well, I didn't know about the lip gloss. It was actually the creams that,
Oh, yeah.
that Lala knew about.
Yeah.
And I said, has the little fairy been in my creams at all? She said, oh, what makes you think that, darling? I said, the finger footprints in the jar. The jar was smothered in oil and cream.
Sticky.
It knew straight away that the fairy had been tinkering in the pots of cream.
Yeah.
It was fucking everywhere. It's like you don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to work out what's going on. No, it had been there.
Oh, I had a lovely weekend though.
You did, didn't you? You had a whale of a time.
And so that was that. But I did hold my hands up and I said, look, I can tell I'd done the healing on myself, because a few years ago I would have really lied, blanked your face and said I haven't touched it. But I didn't, because there was a part of me that knew, she knew it'd be me because nobody else was in the house. So I told the truth, didn't I, darling?
And actually, there's something I can't listen to. If we were both in the headphones,
but
it'd be fine.
But you look like a DJ now.
I
so
do.
you look good. You'd be able to go in Ibiza with Paul Van Dyke.
It's like one of them fucking neck braces. You've had a car crash.
Stephen Hawking.
When there's a blame, there's a claim.
No,
that's naughty.
Where
there's a blame, there's a
We're
claim.
not allowed to do that.
No.
But it looks like a neck brace, doesn't it? You know, you've got to sit and you've got to be still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that one off Doc Martin. Have you
Who's
seen
that?
that programme,
No.
Doc Martin? Oh, it's fabulous, with Martin Coons. I don't even know how I know that name.
Who's
Martin
that?
Coons.
I don't know.
Doc Martin, and there's this lady in the chemist shop. I don't know what her name is. I haven't watched it for years, but I quite like it. It's set in Cornwall, opposite where I used to go on holiday to Foy in Cornwall. Oh, one of my favourite
We've gone
places.
off the track now.
Have we? Sorry, yeah. Anyway, she got a neck brace in there. So, anyway, but I just want to say,
yeah, I did speak the truth.
You did speak the truth, and actually,
my fingers had been in the pot.
the fingers had been in the pot.
I just got too excited. It was
like,
too much for me.
It was like a kiddie in a candy shop.
Oh yeah,
it was just. It had gone mental in there. Just it was everywhere. But what I did, on a serious note, and this happens to us a lot, doesn't it? I can't have this now. It's
Take it off.
Take it off now.
Funny, don't you? Like with that.
You put them on. And what I did like, actually, which was something I've always admired about you on a serious note, is the fact accountability. You are accountable. You show up. And
if I've done something naughty, I will say I've done it. I wouldn't have years ago, and for Mummy, because Mummy, she would have shook you, fucking bastard.
Jesus
but
Christ.
I know you wouldn't do that. So there's I feel safe in your energy to tell you. And then a few weeks on from that, after I got over that, I stayed again, didn't I?
For a week.
And the first night, I think it was, I'm going to bed at night. And I remember you said to me, Melly Moo, make sure you shut that freezer door. You won't let that fridge defrost, will you? No, I won't be in the freezer because I don't need anything. Anyway, I'd been to work. It was a busy night. I was knackered. I went to bed. About an hour in, I hear this noise. Beep, 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 beep. I thought, what the fuck's that now? Downstairs, the fridge now.
It was like that. It was like,
boop, boop, boop. That was it. Boop, boop, boop.
One more time.
Boop, boop, boop. That was it.
Acapella.
That bloody noise.
God,
down
I can
I come down the stairs and I think, what's fucking going on now? The fridge is lit up. Like a UFO in the middle of the night. The light, she can't have a normal fridge. There's lights.
Mila, darling.
And it's flashing like a spaceship.
It's flashing.
And it's making this noise. And I think, what's the matter with you? Oh. This is like midnight. So, I don't know what's the matter with it. I don't know what to do with it. It's making a noise. I can't turn it off. The doors, I've tried all the doors. It's not open. Yeah, it's not open. Anyway, I opened the door, shut it again, pressed the reset button, and it stopped.
And that was where it all crashed down and went fucking Pete.
I woke up in the morning, the kitchen had a big puddle of water over it.
Wake up in the morning with a puddle of water.
I thought, here we go, I got a double shift to work. The fridge has decided, the only thing she's asked me to look after was the fridge and the freezer, and it's fucking defrosted.
Yeah.
Now what to do now? Into child mode I go, and I've got a double shift. I don't need it today. I'm having an argument with the fridge. Why are you fucking doing it? I know it was Spirit doing it because of these lessons. I knew it. It waited for me to go there, for it to play up on me, so that I could have another chance at speaking my truth. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna say this happened while she wasn't there, or is she gonna tell the truth? So I had to go to work and leave it because it was all too much. And I thought, right, I need to ask the audience here.
Phone a
I
friend.
don't know what to do.
Hello.
And anyway, so I thought, right, she'll be at that retreat. She'll probably be in a sound bath now. I'm going to tell her now. Anyway, the fridge is fully defrosted. I've got to take the food. I've got to make up in my own ADH brain what food would she want to keep. We're limited because there's only enough space in the poxy little freezer that she's got down the crockety stairs that you could put your foot down and kill you. You've got to traipse all down into the cellar to take the food out of the freezer before it defrosts. We've got big joints of lamb, which the ADHD woman has bought about 20 of.
Yeah.
Not
Beautiful.
just one. No.
Beautiful organic lamb. There was half a cow, half a sheep in that bloody freezer.
So I thought, right, let's think here. In an adult mind, what would she keep? She'd keep the meat because that's the most expensive. She'd like to keep the curry. Does she want the tip tops? No. We don't need the tip tops.
Off with their heads. Off they go. Tip tops, off they go.
There was quite a lot of stuff which I had to say, right, you haven't made it through to the next round. You're out.
You're fired. Fuck off.
Yeah, you've got to go.
But what it didn't save was the breast milk that was 30 years old that she'd saved from when her firstborn child, and her breasts had swelled to the gunnels with milk. The breast milk went.
I know, what was she doing with it though? That was a weird thing. Anyway, so it went.
And the haggis that was 35 years old.
I thought that the lamb was more important, and the curry, and there was a few other things. There was some fresh fruit from Myriad, so I thought she would want that.
Yes.
But anyway, it was a whole jungle of things. And then the time came when I had to ring her up to tell her what had happened. I could have told her on Sunday, but I thought, I'm not going to sleep tonight.
No.
I've got to get it out now. So with my shaky hand, I pick up the phone and I dial the number, and I thought, please don't fucking answer. I can leave you an answer phone message then. Hello, Moomin, how are you? I'm okay, but there's been a problem, darling.
Is this fridge supposed to be making this noise? There's a big puddle of water on the floor.
I've had to put some of the food in the freezer. I think the fridge is broken, darling. It's
I don't know what happened. I wasn't here. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. It's nothing to do with me. I don't.
Yeah, it was a nightmare, but it was all right. We got over that.
Yeah.
We got over that.
More.
Not again. I would never stay in this house again. It's haunted. I sat on the loo Sunday morning. The handrail falls off.
It fell off the wall.
It
fell off the wall. I got back and I'm thinking,
it
how
scrapes
is
the
it?
paint.
It scrapes the paint.
The grey Russell and what's it called?
Farrell and Ball, darling. Farrell and Ball.
The expensive paint. As the towel rail has come away, it's been yanked out.
Yeah.
And it's fell and it's scraped all of the expensive paint. I looked at it and I thought, no,
not on my watch.
Not on my fucking watch.
Not on my watch.
What is Spirit? I knew it was Spirit doing it because who else is it?
Mm-hmm.
And now all of the ADHD mindset is saying she's going to think you've had a party. She's going to think you've been shagging, you've been holding on to the veil and you've been giving her this. She will think it's your fault. You've got away with the fridge. You've only just got away with it. This will not cut the cord. And this was another worry. And then she turns around and says, oh, darling, don't worry, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Anyway, I haven't stayed since, have I?
No.
It was the most petrifying week of my life. I had come away there traumatised.
Because let's get into it a bit serious, actually, at the moment. Because of my autism and because of my trauma as a child, all I've ever wanted is a home. I play at Wendy houses. I'm a designer of spaces.
Mm.
I create spaces wherever I go. It could be in a field, it could be at an allotment, it could be in my cellar, but I create spaces because I need home.
Yeah.
And then I create spaces that invite in community.
Yeah.
So for me, my home is kind of everything.
Safety net.
Yeah. But whenever the little fairy would come to visit,
Yeah.
something always upstairs in my bedroom. I get back off holiday or wherever I've been. What's she done now? Why are my fairy lights not working in the bedroom?
They broke.
Broke. That's it. Gone.
Gone.
Never to be seen again.
Never broken.
Had them for 14 years. Never a
Gone.
problem
It was
with
on
them.
my
Gone.
watch. Bang.
Always bang. Bosh. Bish bash bosh. Off it goes.
Goes.
There we go.
And so I haven't stayed here since. But I honestly do feel that spirit works in peculiar ways to bring up situations in your life that will trigger a deep wound that you've got to speak your truth.
And actually, we have had those. Joking aside, actually,
well,
we've had some quite painful conversations, haven't we, about various things?
Yeah, we've had to have the conversations.
I mean, do we talk about our adult children?
Not yet, because that's another one.
That's
because
another one.
we've talked about it all in one, and so there'll be nothing else to talk about. But it's anyway. I'm just putting it out there that the whole thing of this is just giving you a little insight about what type of conversations we're going to hold. You probably hated it, and you probably turned it off in the first 5 minutes, because we do go from one to another, and then I've forgotten what she's asked me, and it's all sorts of stuff. But this is what it's like living in the ADH mindset. What's it called? ADHD mindset.
Well, I don't like the disorder bit. I mean, disorder. I mean,
it's a disorder for me.
I wouldn't change my ADHD for the
No,
world.
because
But
you've got the blessed one, haven't you?
I've got the one with the bit
the
of
expensive one, haven't you?
I've got the expense. I've got the Queen's version.
I've got the one that's the dunce one in it, because it's got the asbestos one that I see the thing. I got all these gifts and ideas spinning around like a merry-go-round, but I can't catch them. And if I do catch them, and then I got the mind, don't do that, put it down, leave it alone, you won't be able to do it. So I've left it down. I've got bored of it.
Should we do another video?
Turn it off now. This one.
Turn it off. Off it goes now. Do we say goodbye? Do we?
Yeah.
How do we say goodbye?
We're going to edit it.
Okay.
Like that. But
Oh, just
yeah.
right.
Shut it down now. Press that red button.
Press
that red button there.